mentally called Shalom, whenever he would start the Verbringen or the say a speech was in a given, he would always start with a Hayem Yem. And obviously this is for all of us. The Shgacha part is the Yem Yem of Chav Ches Nissen, although today is Chav Tes Nissen, but the Verbringen connected to Chav Ches Nissen, so the whole Yem Yem of Chav Ches Nissen is all about Ahavas Hashem and all about Ahavas Yisrael. So I think the Rebbe says clearly that this Shlichus, the Avoide of zugreiten sich in the world, so Makabel sein Pnei Moshiach Tzidkenu is totally and is connected with the concept of Ahavas Yisrael. And as it says, as dam sein Chokuk b'nishmosoi, it has to be engraved in our neshama, in the ruach, in nefesh, etc., as it says in the Hayem Yem. We're saying now the Rebbe's Kapitel Guf Chof. Shir HaMalos. Shir HaMalos obviously represents that we're entering on the steps of the Beis HaMikdash. That's it, the Shir HaMalos. And the way it's done, it is done with shir, singing, with simcha. And as the Levim sang, how did they sing? They all sang together in harmony, so to say. When we sing in harmony, when we sing together, then it's a beautiful song. When everybody is singing separately, teug es nicht. Singing, there are beautiful sicher, interesting sicher from the Rebbe, Lekutei Sichos Lamed Aleph, where the Rebbe discusses, the Gemara in Seita, how exactly did the Yidden say, Oz Yoshem Moshe Bnei Yisrael es Hashira Azis? How did the Yidden sing? So there's three opinions. Brings the Gemara up, Naflamet, Rabbi Akiva, Rabbi Eliezer ben Rabbi Yosef Glili, and Rabbi Lechem. Rabbi Akiva says that Moshe Rabbeinu said a pasuk, and Yidden responded, Vayomer Leimor, Ashira Lashem. Everything that Moshe Rabbeinu said, we just responded by saying the words, Ashira Lashem. Ki go go, Ashira Lashem. Suzureh v'rama vayom, Ashira Lashem. We just responded, Amen, so to say, we just said, Ashira Lashem, to whatever Moshe Rabbeinu said. Rabbi Elazar says, no. Kekotna Makrit, it says, Moshe Rabbeinu said one phrase, and we repeated the entire phrase. Ashir Hashem ki go go sus and we said the same thing. Ashir Hashem ki go go sus Posach Moshe Rabbeinu just started saying Ashir Hashem, and then all of Klal Yisrael together with Moshe somehow had a ruach nevuah, and they all said the identical, total, complete shira, just like Moshe Rabbeinu said it. We all said it along with him. It was just the Pasach Moshe, and we said along. The Rebbe has a long sikha on it. I just want to take one or two nekudas from what the Rebbe discusses. And the Rebbe obviously asked the Machlokes, and what's the idea? What are the three different opinions? Ubefrat, who were the ones to say the Shira? So we know as the Gemara Dakli Soita continues, everyone, even the Uber Shebemei Imam, they also said the Shira. There was such a Gilui Elakus, such a Ruach Nevuah, that everybody knew exactly what Moshe Rabbeinu wants to say and says. But it was said by Achdus. And the Rebbe brings the Chaim HaKodesh, where the Chaim HaKodesh points out that the Lashon in the Pasuk is Ashira Lashem. Ashira is Lashon Yachid, in singular form. Lashon Rabbi would gedacht sein, Nashir, Nashira. Ashira says the Chaim HaKodesh that it was the same matziv then by Yidden as it was before Matan Torah, Ki Ish Echad B'Lev Echad. That we all said together the same Shira. We all said the same words. We all sang the song that Moshe Rabbeinu sang, and it was all in a tremendous level of Achdus. And the Rebbe explains, how can there be such an amazing Achdus amongst millions of Yidden, although prior to this, as we heard before, there were so many kittas and so many opinions. What happened over here, übergegeben to Moshe Rabbeinu. Because of the Hiskashrus to Moshe Rabbeinu, because of the deepest Bittul to Moshe Rabbeinu. And listening to the words of Moshe Rabbeinu, we all reached the level of Achdus that we all sang together. And here says the Rebbe, and maybe this is kind of mocking, to give especially a shekoyach to the ma'argenim of this Achdus dike verbringen, Shlomi from the Moshiach office of Merkez 302, and as we say, as it's been obviously pointed out, that it's all, the whole Achdus dike verbringen is all on focusing on the Rebbe's words. Tut als was ihr kennt. So all of us are together, are here listening, trying to understand, internalizing, sharing this whole idea of the Achdus zwischen uns. And as the Rebbe said, the Achdus von Chassidem wird ein Durchstück mit den Zerrüstnehmen von Galus, wir bringen die Geula. How could this be when we're all Achdus around Moshe Rabbeinu, around the words of Moshe Rabbeinu? Ein lanu elu divri ben amro. So says the Rebbe in the Sikha, there are three levels, there are three approaches between Rabbi Akiva, Rabbi Lazar, Rabbi Yisrael, and Rabbi Nechemia. Rabbi Akiva says the ultimate Bittul, the ultimate Hiskashrus is just whatever Moshe Rabbeinu says, we respond, Ashir Hashem. We don't have words of our own. We only say, Ashir Hashem. Rebbe, was du sagst, hineni amen. Rabbi Lazar says, no, there has to be a deeper level. Rabbi Lazar says, what is the Hiskashrus? Is when we take Moshe Rabbeinu's words, we repeat them, and we internalize them. That we, those take the words of Moshe Rabbeinu, the song of Moshe Rabbeinu, but they become our words. Sagt Rabbi Nechemia, there is another level. There is a level of where just Pasach Moshe Rabbeinu only says, he made the psicha, he made the opening, and then we say our words, but these are the words of Moshe Rabbeinu. Still, I make me the song irrigation. I want to share with you a hergish. The Rebbe says to us, what is left for us to do, everything has been finished. The only thing which is left for us to do is lahachen esatz v'soilam kula lekabalas pnei Moshiach tzidkenu mekabel and pnei Moshiach tzidkenu b'pnei mamash. Those are the words. To prepare ourselves and everybody around us, because these things we can't separate. If we prepare ourselves, obviously we will affect the other. It's kind of sign that we talk to somebody else, and lavdavke that it might affect us. Although, as the Rebbe said in the Sikha, was darf jener leiden, was bei dir fällt das, Adarabbe. Red mit jener, wird es peil auf dir. But the Rebbe says over here, starts with Atzmoi, but together with it, sagt gleich, besoilam kula. Because Moshiach cannot come just for myself. His galus of Moshiach is for the whole world. So they come together. So al derech, a herdish, adrush, there was 3 stages. Lechatchile is wie Rabbi Akiva gesagt. The Rebbe taught us to sing the songs of Moshiach. Whatever they are. As we heard, we want Moshiach now, and Ad Mosai, and Ani Maimin, and Yechid, the songs of Moshiach. But we sang it. And we sang it just like a refrain. The Rebbe sings, Shir Hashem, we're singing along. Now, dem geht der Rebbe geschrei und sagt, me sagt Ad Mosai, weil me heißt, sagen Ad Mosai. Sagt der Rebbe, was heißt, Ich will doch, als ihr sollt sagen, dem Admosai. The Admosai should not just be Oshiro Hashem repeating what I say, but this Admosai, and we want Moshiach now, etc., should be a song that we sing. We internalized it. It's our words. Stuck in the Rebbe's word, no question about it. On dem Rebbe haben wir gar nicht. We have no words, we have nothing. But the words that the Rebbe says, and the Rebbe is teaching us, and the Rebbe is showing us, has to be words that come from the depth of our being. Not just Oshiro Hashem, says Rabbi Elazar darf sein, meine Wörter. It's a beautiful little story that the Lamas, there was a bacher in some center, a fine bacher, Yidden story, etc., story which I shared many times. And but it got him guys, he shaved his beard. At one of the Yechidus of the Anholle, the Rebbe asked the Anholle, told the Anholle, to be mashpi on the bacher, he should schreiben the boat, he should stop shaving his beard. But the Rebbe says, don't tell it in my name. The next day, Reb David, Olav Shalom, spoke to this bacher and explained to him the importance of chulu. And then the bacher says, I know that the Rebbe doesn't think I have to have a beard. Based on what? So I've been in Yechidus many a time. And the Rebbe told me a number of things, and the Rebbe never told me to stop shaving the beard. The main Zasima, the Rebbe had to stop from my beard. Reb David can't you can't say that the Rebbe told him to say it. So he didn't know what to say. The next month, he went back into Yechidus, and the Rebbe asked, was Titzach? And Reb David related the conversation. So the Rebbe said, ich will doch, es sein, sein Bord, nicht mein Bord. I want him that this beard should be his. The Admosai, that we want Moshiach, the Yechizal sein, dein, mein Bord. It should be our thing. That's what Rabbi Elazar says. And this is what the Rebbe meant to uns. Nicht wir soll schreien mit Zadat Zivui, but we have to internalize it, we have to feel it, we have to really want it. Obviously, unfortunately, Adain lo yishon, wir sitzen noch als in Golos. So this doesn't happen. So kommt der dritte Schlaf. Comes a Schlaf, Nechemia. You know, the Rebbe always focuses on the name is important. Nechemia represents a Zman that could look like we need Nechumim. It's a Zman together with the phenomenal Giluyim that we see. Aber lepel, there is also a Helen Vehester. We don't see Begashmis the Rebbe. We don't hear Lufa blankets. Sagt Rab Nechemia that in this man, in this matter, the way we need to sing by Achdus is what? Pasach Moshe. We have to go on those words that Moshe Rabbeinu has taught us for all these years, that Moshe Rabbeinu opened us up. The Rebbe opened us up to see, to hear, to repeat those words that we heard from the Rebbe till now, but to internalize, as you said earlier, and to see it and to sing it to ourselves, to our mishpacha, and to the entire world. This is what Rabbi Nechemia says to us. I think in this particular time, it is what the Rebbe demands from us. And the Rebbe is giving us the koyach, nissen. The Rebbe gives us the koyach to be able to do that. Yom Emelin is Korim Benasim, and the Rebbe said, then you have schon alt getan. Und die einzige Sache, was ich kann noch tun, what mean einzige Sache, was kann noch tun? You just said there's nothing more for you to do. But the answer is, the Rebbe is giving us the koyach that we should do what we need to do. And what is it that we need to do? Is to internalize the main and mitanemis, as the Rebbe said. So sein einer, there should be one was meant as mitanemis. But your Moshiach line don't be there. And who is this one? So the Rebbe, we have to understand that each one of us has to be this one. As somebody earlier, I think Rebbe Shapiro shared, and the Rebbe verbringt, sagt, man darf da, the gleich geguckt, das Rebbe gesagt, man darf. Member verbringen für Rebbe Nissen hat einmal verbracht die ganze Nacht. Wer ist der Rebbe man? Man darf da. So the Rebbe says it's not about man, it's about jedem einem von euch, ich gebe es zu jedem einem von euch. Punkt, wie euch Hashem Elokecha is Lashon Yachid, sagt der Rebbe, the Shlichus is Lashon Yachid to each and every one of us. And when each and every one of us internalize this, realize this, und wir gehen sich über zum Rebbe mit der full Hiskashrus, wie Chassid kann und darf sich übergehen zum Rebbe. Und am tut das bei Achdus, we sing all together the Shir HaMalos. We sing together the Shir HaGeula, and we sing it with harmony. Und wir redet, und wir singen zusammen, und wir verbringen zusammen. There's no question about it. Das, was chassidische Verbringen, kein Uftal, kein Malach Michal nicht Uftal. Kashum Zafik nicht, der Verbringen wird bringen zu dem Gilui, und ist Galus Malkeinem B'Shechim. And it's an interesting Hashgacha practice. The Rebbe told us, and I'll share what I heard. The Pasach that I hear what the Rebbe tells us. Hashgacha practice. The Shir Tanya of yesterday is all about Kabbalah's Eil Malchus Shemayim. And the Rebbe sagt dort, the Rebbe sagt, as the Faruis kommen nachzer oder Kabel bepoel mamish. It is something that we have to repeat. Noch einmal, noch einmal, noch einmal. I heard once from Rabbi Naftali Rod. I started believing myself. I repeated it again and again. So let us think for a moment what we hear the Rebbe saying, so to say. The Pasach mission. So the Rebbe told us that we have to see that all the events which are happening today in the world are not nikra, they're not isolated events, but each one does was Moshiach peilt in Welt. And the Rebbe said the words, how we see how Moshiach peilt in Welt. And the Rebbe told us, we have to go out to tell ourselves and the world the Besuas HaGeula. If we will only focus for a moment, as even the Rebbe gesagt, Mikeit ha Geula. In other words, we have to find Geula in everything. The whole world is experiencing a total transformation. There is so many beautiful messages that makes it so clear that what we're living is exactly what the Rebbe says. Sparks of Geula. What is a virus? A virus is telling us that the invisible is real. Was Chassidus tells us all along, as nicht si brias ha'olam is yesh mi ayin, but really brias ha'olam is ayin mi yesh. The virus is helping us to see that this, what we don't see, is the real Metzias. That helping us to understand and appreciate what every Chassid knows as the Rebbe is done mittels. Ayich zenish doesn't change the fact. After the Egen, as the Rebbe says. And we'll look at certain details. We still don't know exactly how it started, but common statement is it all started with one person somewhere in the city in China called Juan. But what is the name of Juan? Juan. The Keach of Juan. And as the Rebbe said, we have to go out and tell the world, the Rambam, that one Pu'ula can bite the ganze Welt. It is so clear. We can use all these concepts and we can go through the whole concept of social distancing, proper moral values, proper behavior, and understanding that Achdus is not about physical connection. Achdus is about appreciating the other person. No, understanding and appreciating somebody else's opinion. This is emes Achdus. This is emes closeness. We're busy disinfecting and washing hands. How about this preparing us to the reality of the Zman HaGeula that we'll go back to learn Tumah V'Tahara. All about disinfecting, washing. We're all crying, at least in our part of the world. Here we're going back to another curfews. I got some problem with Minion, mechanisch gehen in Schule, schon ein ganzes Jahr, davening on the porches, and all the Rabbanim are busy telling us which height of porch, etc. All these important halachas. But what is this all about? How about the Rebbe telling us shuls is something that developed in time of Golus. In the time of the Beis Hamikdash, all the shuls will be connected to the Beis Hamikdash. We're going out from our shuls and we're going to daven in the Beis Hamikdash, preparing us to this new reality. I mean, something which seems to be that everybody got frightened about. In America, we defund the police. Not going to get to talk about the political aspect of it. But doesn't this remind us the Rebbe Sicher of Sheftayich and Yoyatzayich? Didn't the Rebbe tell us that in time of Geula, we don't need Shoitrim, we need Yoyatzim? Those who make the demonstrations wissen das nicht, aber man soll der Malach wissen, dass now is a time that we have to transform from Shoitrim to Shoitrim, as the Rebbe says, to Sheftayich, to Yoyatzayich. The wealth is great, sagt the Rebbe. And we could go on and on. Another little thing. Some of us who have lost the time for reach, taste and smell, how about this telling us, what the Rambam sagt, in the last Loch in Rambam, was it sein Ashpo, it sein plentiful, and it sein Madanim Ka'offer. Madanim Ka'offer could mean taste like dust. Madanim Ka'offer means plentiful like dust. Chassidus is explaining, I'm verstehen, the ganze Gashmis is nicht mehr wie ein bisschen Offer. Isn't the fact that we're losing taste and smell teaching us that ganz Gashmis hat nicht getan? Aber man darf reingehen, ein bisschen mehr Ruchnistiker. Und der Herr, als Kiloya Lechem Levade Yichyadam, Ki Al-Kopemetze Pi Hashem Yichyadam, to understand this, to live this, to appreciate this. Without getting a vaccine. What's the vaccine? An internal direct infusion. Without the ganzen infusing directly with what the Rebbe sagt, with the Wörter of Chassidus. The Rebbe told us that after he says, the einzige Schlichens, was sie geblieben, says the Rebbe, what darf man tun? Darf lernen lekute Tere. From the Pashas HaShavul, what says, we need the inner infusion of the Wörter of Chassidus, of lekute Tere, the Rebbe's Sichas. And as the Rebbe said, darf lernen the lekute Sichas from the Sidoreinu. In Yom Gula Moshiach, but it has to be like an infusion. Sie darf durchnehmen. Sie darf in ganz nah reingehen. Und nicht nur sitzen und verbringt dort das Zoom, wie der Rebbe ist Masbe. Die Schitte von Rambam hat der erste Schlag wird alt sein, der Derech HaTeva, noch bis dann sein, the Shleimus of Teva. Again, based on this concept of Derech HaTeva, how is the Rebbe going to, although the Rebbe darf nicht meine Eitzes, but I'm just a herdish. How is the Rebbe going to share the Torah Chadash with the entire world? Maybe by Zoom. Als geht mit der Chatem, wir werden sehen, dass der Keli Gashmi ist nicht Gastire, Chasvishon, Zolakus, andere Rabbi, die der Rebbe lernt uns, all the years, that Gashmi is there, durchgenommen. Der Eltern, die Kir Tizak, mit Herren der Torah Chadash of their making. We're getting used to this idea, we're getting used to this reality. And that's the idea which I think we have to appreciate. But the Rebbe mentions that we have to share with the world and to ourselves. Sich zugerichtet, was im Schatten mit Kabel sein? Welcoming means we welcome something, someone that's here. It's for us to understand that the Rebbe is there, Moshiach is there, but we have to allow him to permeate our personal lives. And we have to realize that what's happening in this world is actually part of this process of transforming the world and internalizing it. But it is our shlichus, says the Rebbe. We should live it. Let us understand. If we live it, if we do it, as we heard many stories that when we do it ourselves, we really feel it and we bubble with it, so to say. The Rebbe said, "Spart der Reus von uns, wird das jene Recht haben." So let us not be ein Balanes Makir Benisoy. Let us recognize that was the Rebbe gesagt, that he is a bo. But the Rebbe gesagt that we are mamish al safa geula. That everything is done. And the Rebbe just tells us, what? Tut alles, was ihr kennt. Ich darf reinlassen Moshiach in mein Leben. Ich darf reinnehmen Moshiach in mein Leben. Ich darf sein der Aleph, der Rebbe sagt, Goylen Geula, I have to be the one that it's real for me, and this way it will become real for everybody else. Und soll der Rebbe da helfen. Just want to conclude with the story that somebody in Shul this morning, the Shane Meister erzählt, was a group sitting found some Rebbe of Tish. A huge, full 747 waiting at JFK airport. And as we all know, we all experience it, not mamish lately, but we did experience that we're waiting to look for the suitcases to come out, and everybody is certain that the next suitcase coming out from the conveyor belt is going to be his suitcase. So dort gestanden a gerre junge Mann. And the gerre junge Mann turns around to the Slobavitcher junge Mann and sagt, Herr Zachaim, Halevai, we should have been so certain that Moshiach kommt jetzt an, wie mir sicher the next suitcase, the next chimadane, that the next suitcase coming out is my suitcase. So this young man says, literally at that second, there's a suitcase that came out with a big sticker on it, Baruch haba Melech HaMashiach. So soll der Rebbe to helfen, in deinem chassidischen Verbringen, that all of us together, we should be zeichen to the Hiskashrus of Malkeinu Mishachenu, and all together we will sing Baruch haba Melech HaMashiach. L'chaim, 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 Brida.